Yeah, here, give me a second. Hey, folks, it's Antonio with HypnosisProductReviews.com. Today, I have one of my friends and colleagues from the UK. We've got Chris Gillies from HypnosisTrainingAmerica.com. I
Hi, how
said
you
that
doing,
website.
Antonio?
Did I say the website correct?
Yeah, hypnosistrainingamerica.com. Yep.
Perfect. How you doing today?
Yeah, I'm pretty good, my friend. How are you?
Not bad. Good weather. Got some good bonuses coming in from work, so I'm able to eat and sleep in an apartment. That's a good thing.
Awesome. At least you guys have got the weather. We don't have that here at the moment. It's like 9:30 in the morning. It's freezing cold. There's frost on the road outside. I have to de-ice the windscreen before I can go anywhere in the car in a minute. So,
Did you see my post on Facebook yesterday about the
with the
me
one where you
sitting on
sat
the
on the
beach?
beach.
People thought I was trying to give them a smug look. What it was, the sun was so bright, so my eyes were it's just how the picture came out.
I mean, that's a painful scenario to be in, isn't
Oh, I
it?
know, it's horrible. Honestly, like I think 2 weeks ago, so, you get acclimated to the weather. I think it was 2 weeks ago. It was pretty chilly here. And it's funny seeing all these Canadians jumping in the water like it's all these snowbirds are playing in the water like it's a bathtub. I'm like, you freaking crazy! It's freezing.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the trouble. You acclimatise to your surroundings, don't you? I mean, we're used to being freezing cold and rained on in this country, so.
God, I know, and you guys still haven't refined your English language yet.
No, well, it would appear not, no.
It's funny, we were joking in Hypno Thoughts in Vegas when we're laughing about how you guys invented. You were saying we butchered it. I'm like, no, you invented it. We just refined it.
Yes, you are all of this same delusional thought pattern.
It's funny. I think we're probably one of the few countries that does not say Zed.
Yeah,
I was actually at a training. Igor Ladahovsky put it on conversational hypnosis in 2010 in Long Beach in California, and he was talking about. I think it was like the first day. He was talking about. He's like, oh yeah, he's like during this training we're going to cover everything from A to Z. I'm like, Zed? What the hell is that? So I think most of the Americans were kind of stumped, like, what's he doing?
yeah. And I need to remember sometimes, when I've been doing running classes and stuff like that in the States before, we use certain, words and colloquialisms that are, are very natural to us. That of course the American guys and girls have no idea what you're talking about. It's just not a word they use, or at least not in that context.
A good example, the activity booth I work at, actually today, this guy has a store behind us, and he said that a lot of apparently Australians, like slippers that you'd wear on your feet,
Yep.
Australians call them thongs. So these women are coming to his store, like, hey, they're asking for thongs, and he's like, hey, he's like, we don't have thongs. They pointed to their feet. He's like, oh, I get it.
Yeah.
Well, enough of the little chit chat banter. I know you've got a training coming up in March. I'd like for you to talk to my audience about that.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Well, I mean, we've got a couple of bits and pieces that we'll have a chat about in the state coming up in the States this year. First one is at the end of March, which is the 27th, 28th, and 29th of March. Basically, what we've done is we've taken our 5-day intensive hypnotherapy course that we run here in Europe and in the UK, and we've compressed that down to 3 days. So what we'll be doing on there are rapid and instant inductions for therapists to use. So not the street stuff, but you know, showing people how they can use the inductions quickly. And if you've hypnotized a client before in a therapy session, there's no point sitting there doing another 5-10 minute progressive relaxation induction with them. There's much faster ways that we can achieve hypnosis for those people and get our sessions moving faster for people, get them flowing better. We'll also be talking about using submodalities for change work, understanding idiomotor responses for the direct communication with the subconscious, content-free hypnosis, which is something that we use a lot of here in the UK, and I think it's becoming more and more prominent around the world now, for trauma work with people and stuff like that.
Let me interrupt you real quick. Keep on talking. I accidentally cut my finger. I'm going to grab a tissue real quick.
Okay, you go for it. So we'll be doing the content-free hypnosis and the submodalities for change work. what else are we doing on there? We'll be talking about hypnotic gastric banding, how that can be done, for rapid weight loss work. Also, my TNT therapy will be incorporating into the course there for people. Rapid fear and phobia removal technique. That will also be cropping up when we go to Hypnothoughts in August this year. We've got Carl and myself are going to be at Hypnothoughts.
You just remind me. Keep on talking if you want to add a little banter or I don't know, sing a little melody. I'll be right back.
Yeah, that's okay. So we got our TNT therapy, which is it's a tapping technique. Stands for total neurological tapping. Just a quick way to change the patterns in the subconscious to remove fears, phobias, stresses, and anxieties, and stuff like that. So that will be incorporated into the course along with those other modules, and we'll also be talking about back of room creation using the 6-hat method, De Bono's 6-hat method, which is just a cool way when it comes to making products for people and for yourself, and how you can do those, how you can prep them, and how you market yourself. So that will all be getting done on the 3-day course there in March. Then, of course, in August, we'll be in Las Vegas for the Hypnothoughts convention, where we're lucky enough that Scott and Richard have given us 2 courses to run at Hypnothoughts this year. We're doing a 2-day pre-conference course, and then our 3-day stage and street masterclass is going to be post-conference this year.
Ouch. I can't believe I had this stupid box cutter.
We're going to have to spend like 2 weeks in Vegas. That's going to be a nightmare.
I closed the box cutter and accidentally sliced my finger. I was actually trying. You mentioned the TNT book, and I thought I had it laying around here. But I thought I had it, but oh yeah, I'm an idiot. I grabbed it as soon as you mentioned the TNT. I remember you had this little magical wonder that I picked up in Vegas. A little run through. But see, I get so many products. I'm trying to keep focus of things, and then I've got a girlfriend I have to pay attention to. Then I have work and the beach.
Yeah. If anybody wants to look at the TNT stuff and know anything more about that, the website's just tnttherapy.com.
Now, if you don't mind me asking, what is the gist of TNT therapy?
It's a combination of EFT and havening and a couple of other little techniques. For me personally, when I started learning that stuff, I've got quite a bad memory. And with the EFT and stuff like that, there's all these different points all over the body and stuff like that you need to use. So we kind of formulated the TNT way that the system doesn't change. There's like five points that we use to build the disorientation and confusion into the client, which helps us to bypass the critical factor and then make those changes quite quickly within people. The system never changes, and it can be used for reducing fears, phobias, stresses, and anxieties. But it can also be used to, increase people's willpower and confidence and stuff like that, just by a very, very small contortion of the system.
Does it work on what's it called? I think the SUDS level.
Yeah.
Okay, what is SUDS again? Is it subjective?
Units of distress.
Oh, okay. Now, I'm sorry for interrupting. I've heard of havening. What exactly is havening?
Havening is when you look at the EFT stuff, pretty much all the tapping techniques are very, very similar. And this was just a way of incorporating kind of the best bits of 3 or 4 different systems and bringing them together into one that just simplifies the system for people.
Okay, I know. I've heard of havening a couple times. One from Mark Tyrrell from having a brain fart. One of the biggest training organizations in the UK, Mark Tyrrell and Roger Elliott from Uncommon Knowledge. That's the one I was thinking of.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I've read of havening from them, and also from Daniel Jones from the UK's Bognor Regis or something like that.
Yeah, Bognor Regis. And I kind of got involved with the havening stuff. I've never really used the havening particularly, but I got shown it by Paul McKenna. It was something that he was doing at the time as well.
Oh, I bet that was pretty interesting meeting McKenna.
Yeah. Yeah, so it was only on a conference and a course thing, but he's a nice guy and busy, so
he's nice and what? Right. Nice and what?
Busy.
Oh yeah, he's really short, isn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, he's a little guy.
Little guy with a big personality.
Yeah, and you see, I'm a great believer in, people that are gonna, if you're gonna be a presenter and stuff like that, if you come from an entertainment background like he did, he was a radio presenter originally and stuff like that. So there's a better dynamic, and they're used to talking to big groups of people, and they just deliver their courses better.
Yeah, he definitely has a persona. Have you ever seen his? He did a stage show. It was actually recorded, but it was kind of weird. It's almost like it took place in a jail, but it was a live stage show where they almost had like impromptu actors, and it was pretty interesting. I think it was The Mind of Paul McKenna, or it was something like that. But I think it was back in '90. I think it was '90ish, maybe early 2000.
Yeah, yeah, because I mean, he used to have quite a long running TV show here in the UK anyway, but subsequently, Ofcom, our television regulators and stuff like that have kind of put a bit of a downer on the whole thing being on TV. We can't show any inductions on television or radio or anything like that. But it's actually becoming more prominent again. We've got a couple of TV shows that are starting to air now here in the UK, so that'll be good for the industry as long as they don't screw it up in the edit.
Yeah. You know what's interesting is, Seth Deborah Roth, she's big on medical hypnosis. I talked to her yesterday about, I know especially in the U.S., there's a myth that you can't have inductions on television. So you've probably seen my posts on Facebook. Sometimes I can be very rash with people. I like to challenge, I guess, a status quo sometimes. So I tried to find that law. As far as I can find, there's not a single law in the the U.S. that says you can't have inductions on television. I think the main thing is having subliminals. Is there an actual law in the UK, or are they just doing it as a safety preventative to cover their butts?
Well, you see, the trouble is we're governed by the 1952 Hypnotism Act as well, which, to be brutally honest, is a real pain in my ass. It doesn't cover therapy at all. Anybody can be, and this is the irony, you can pick up just a book on hypnosis, read it, and charge yourself out as a hypnotherapist and start treating people. There's absolutely no law against that in this country whatsoever. However, if you're working for entertainment purposes, you can't hypnotize anybody under the age of 18. You can't do certain things. You're not allowed to do full body catalepsy. The only way you can do it is if it's for scientific and research purposes. It also states that each issuing town hall area can charge what they like for the license to do it. You have to have a license for each and every performance that's open to the public. It's not like you can just get one annual one. You've got to do it every single time a new application. It's just such a ridiculous thing.
So it's too expensive for a stage hypnotist to survive then?
Yeah, it can be. And it's like where I live, down here in Medway in Rochester, our local authorities don't charge for the license, so that's fine. You can do that for free. But then 20 minutes up the road in Essex, I did a show at the theatre over there. It was 120 something pounds for the license. It's just that there's no balance anywhere.
You know what's funny? I'm pretty sure I've heard another hypnotist in the UK that goes on and on and on about the Hypnotism Act. Kind of a royal pain in their butts.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can catch that drift. It's always been an interesting one.
Yeah, but it's there, and it's they should overturn it because it serves no purpose. I suppose it's good to certain degrees. That there is this safety net there around people to keep them protected if they're particularly worried about it, but it can become a hindrance.
But it doesn't prohibit any kind of hypnotherapy work, does it?
No.
Okay, I could see if it was something along the lines of hypnotherapy, which, if you think about it, in certain circumstances, hypnotherapy can be more detrimental to somebody, especially if the therapist, if they don't know what they're doing, if they're going outside the scope of practice, etc. Whereas with either street performance or a stage show, there's maybe still some risk from ab reaction, maybe if somebody falls, etc. But it seems like it'd be better the other way around.
Yeah, that's it. It's they just decided back in 1952 there that they were going to penalise everybody that was using hypnosis for entertainment. So now we have to follow all these ridiculous guidelines. But it is
That's
what it is, and we've just got to get on with it.
bonkers.
Yeah.
Now, if you want to, I guess, cover more about the training coming up, I'm sorry, my finger was so rudely cut by that stupid box cutter. So it's coming up. It's this March. What are the dates again?
The 27th, 28th, and 29th.
And where exactly is that in Orlando?
It's going to be in Melbourne, in Florida.
So every time I hear about Melbourne, my mind goes to
Australia.
Australia. I'm like, I always forget there's a Melbourne, Florida. So it's going to be this March 27th, 28th, 29th. So I'm guessing that's a Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yep.
Now, oh, sorry. What are I don't know if you said the prices earlier when I had to run and go tape my finger up. What's the price for the 3-day?
The 3-day course is $1,400.
Okay,
that
good.
includes like all your refreshments, lunches, and stuff like that are all included in that price as well.
Okay, good. I thought you were going to tell us you're going to try giving us pounds. I'm like, come on. We don't do the metric system.
Yeah, no. It's good. And then you need to reserve a place with a deposit, which is $500 to reserve your seat, and then the balance is just due, on the first day of the live training.
And then everybody that's watching this podcast, of my millions of subscribers, look up or down, and you should see a link for his training coming up. So I guess what are some of the incentives that you guys are tossing out to incentivize people to come along the training?
I think that I think we here in the UK we just do things a little bit differently, or in Europe we do things a little bit differently, and I think it's nice sometimes to have a different perspective on things. Looking at it from a completely like a fresh set of eyes in essence. So they can go and do that. On the Hypnosis Training America website, there's a binaural beats package that they can go and download. That's free. Also via our UK website, which is the ukhypnosisacademy.com. There's a free ebook on there they can grab. So there's some various products knocking about that are just free for people to download, and might be able to benefit them at some point.
It's funny you mentioned the binaural beats. Did you see the project I was working on?
Is this the one you're working on in the background at the moment?
Yeah, it's actually sitting over here, so I was meditating with him earlier. My safety goggles got 2 pieces of Velcro, and I've got my my phone here with the LED put on there. I look ridiculous.
I did see the pictures.
Oh, you'll find them on Facebook. Actually, and I've got some binaural beats with it with a flashing light.
Yeah.
Put it on, I just go out to La La Land.
Yeah. And how have you found your new process?
I don't use it so much for hypnosis because a lot of people say there's a certain brainwave that's with hypnosis. I think it's kind of BS because if you look at like Mark Savard, he doesn't have them in a relaxed theta brainwave. He's got that moving around, energized. So he doesn't need any kind of machine. For me personally, I'm using it as a way to boost my visualizations.
Mm-hmm.
It works pretty good.
Yeah, because for me personally, I'm not a massively visual person when I'm in hypnosis. I'd love to be able to see what some of these people see when they experience it because it seems fantastic. I just kind of see silhouettes and stuff like that, but I think
I've never been the big visual person.
To do it, that would be great.
I think the one to talk to would be Sean Michael Andrews. I know he's working on trying to figure out if you can train somebody to be a somnambulist.
Yeah. And mind you, that's not always a good thing to be in our community.
Oh, were you with us, man? We didn't get video. Were you sitting with us and that kid in Vegas when he? I'm not gonna mention who it was, but he was somebody's assistant. Were you sitting there when I hypnotized him?
Yes.
We're at the alligator bar. Oh, this is great. So all of us were sitting. It was me, you, another stage hypnotist from I think Minnesota. We're sitting down having a couple beers, kind of killing time. And the kid that was with us, I think he had just turned 22, and I asked him, hey, you want to be hypnotized? He'd been hypnotized before, so I hypnotized him, and I just had him like leaning over the seat. And I gave him the suggestion, like, look, in about a minute, you can open your eyes. None of us are going to be sitting here. You're going to think, oh my God, have I been drinking all night? Where is everybody? Why all these empty beers right here? So we all stand up, move over. Within, like, say about 45 seconds, we turn like this, we look over, and remember we see that security guard, that cop walking up to the kid. I'm like, oh no. As soon as the cop walks up to him, the kid just automatically, a minute, opens up, turns around, and is like, oh, sorry, officer.
Yeah, he did. The officer thought he was drunk.
Oh, I know. And then he's like, I think I'm hypnotized. The officer looked right at us, kind of like, hey, don't be messing around.
Yeah. Yeah, no, he's a nice lad, that.
Yeah, folks, that's the kind of stuff that you gotta admit that you missed out when you don't go to HypnoThoughts.
Yeah, you gotta go to HypnoThoughts. If you want to do anything, even if it's just for, the networking element of it, it's absolutely fantastic. And HypnoThoughts itself is a phenomenal conference. There's so much knowledge there in so many different genres. And they all hold, so much gravitas in the industry that it's kind of foolish not to go.
What's gravitas? Is that another
Gravitas? Yeah, probably. It's weight. When something holds a lot of weight. Yeah.
Okay, or maybe it's just me. Maybe that's one of the few words I don't know.
Ah, it's possible. Like I said, you haven't mastered the English language yet.
Sure. I would flip you off with this finger, but I kind of have to hold this little bandage down.
Yeah. Yeah, keep your plaster on there. But, I mean,
yes, everybody.
It's kind of... the HypnoThoughts convention is one of those things that you really can't afford not to go to.
And I was actually talking to Scott earlier, Sandlin, about the pricing of it. Correct me if I'm wrong, I believe they're going to offer 6 months financing. I forget what he said. It's almost midnight over here.
Yeah.
So it sounds like you might be able to go to the conference and pay later over a 6 month period and be like 40, maybe $50 a month.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean that's cool, and I mean it's not an expensive for what you get. It's not an expensive conference. It really isn't. And especially if you can bundle together, any pre or post conference courses, you get a reduced rate anyway.
And what is the pre and post? Are you doing a pre or just a pre and post? Okay, what are you in? What are the pre and post courses that you guys are offering?
Our pre-conference course this year is a 2-day course. Again, we'll be doing the rapid and instant inductions for therapists, submodalities, IMRs, the building blocks of hypnosis, basically, is our pre-conference, and our post-conference is our 3-day stage and street masterclass. So we're teaching the stage hypnosis this year.
Should be very interesting.
Yeah.
I just have to watch out for Carl because he's notorious, likes to play grab ass.
Yeah. Carl is known for his inner ability to be able to just relentlessly go around hypnotizing people.
You know what's funny? The first day we got there, I posted on the HypnoThoughts, the group. I was like, hey, who's down here? Just got here, want to get a drink, and I met Martin the first night.
Yeah.
And apparently my girlfriend had seen Carl right away, and I see a picture. I'm not going to mention the picture. You've probably seen the picture. I'm like looking, I was like, Jesus, Carl. Keep your hands to yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, this is I think I've been to 2 conferences, and this is the best one I've seen so far because there might still be some ego there, but it's not like the ego online.
No. And I mean, 2014 was my first year at HypnoThoughts. Carl had done it the year before as well, and I thought there'd be more of it, to be fair. But it was great. I got to meet you out there, and I already knew Richard Barker and stuff like that. He's a friend of mine, and it's great to get all these people together and get all these minds in one room, sort of thing, and just extract the information out of each other.
No, I'm sorry. I'm a little confused. Plus, it's almost midnight, so I'm a little tired. But you said, what do you back it up a little bit? You said you thought there would be more of it.
Yeah, more ego. I thought there'd
Oh,
be
okay.
more ego knocking about.
I thought
So,
you meant like more education. Like, dude, I'm like there
no,
wasn't enough as is, or
no,
there was way too much.
yeah, yeah. I'd love to say that you can't buy that sort of knowledge, but ironically, you can at Hypnothoughts.
He, what I was going to say, I talked to Scott, and they said this year they're actually there. It sounds like they're putting the money down to get professional videographers, so you can actually have high quality videos. So if you can't be at every conference, every class, you'll be able to buy them at a later date.
Yeah, yeah, which is awesome.
Now, what if you don't mind me asking, what were the top 3 highlights for you last year?
The top 3 highlights for me at Hypnothoughts were working with Martin. Martin Peterson is great, absolutely brilliant, and we'll be doing some stuff together over the next, especially over this next year, and moving forward. Martin was great.
He's definitely good.
I enjoyed seeing
Yes.
Paul
Very.
Draper.
Oh God, yeah, that was amazing.
Yeah, Paul Draper, the
Hopefully
mentalist. Great. He's there
hopefully
again
he's
this
going to be
year.
there again. Is he?
Yeah,
Perfect.
yeah, he was. I was speaking to Paul the other day online. He's going to be there. Jeff McBride as well. He was good.
Oh, I thought you were going to say he's going to be there again, but yeah, dude, his performance was unbelievable.
Yeah, yeah, it was off the chart, wasn't it? You know, the carb magic and stuff like that was fantastic. From a hypnotherapist side of view, the Ellmans, Larry and Cheryl, probably the loveliest couple in the hypnosis industry. I think that's probably an official statement. Who we're lucky enough to actually have coming into the UK at the end of February. They're
I
running a
heard
course
that.
here in the UK the 28th of February and the 1st of March. So,
And I think Martin's also going to be doing a course with them pretty soon.
yeah, he's doing it I think it's about a fortnight later in Denmark.
Come on, I'm American Fortnite.
2 weeks.
Okay, good.
2 weeks after. And I think before that, they're going to Portugal with Miguel.
I can't pronounce his name. I always forget. Miguel.
Miguel
Sorry,
Coco.
Miguel. Yeah, sorry, Miguel. It's late. I can't remember how to spell your name or pronounce your name.
Yeah.
So I'm going to cover the websites again. So it's hypnosistrainingamerica.com, March
Yep.
27th to 29th, right?
Yep.
Folks, if you're interested, especially if you live in the area, dude, Chris is a great guy. Definitely get the training. Look above or below. Especially if you're on a blog post, click the link, register for it. And let's say if somebody's on the fence, they have some hesitations before registering for the class, how can they get a hold of you to ask you any questions?
I suppose the easiest way to do it is either via Facebook. You can find me on there. It's Chris Gillies, which is spelled ChrisGillies. We have a forum on Facebook, which is called Learn Hypnosis UK, so they can find that one. There are contact pages on the website, on the hypnosistrainingamerica.com, so you can get in contact with me via there as well.
Perfect. And then HypnoThoughts Live.
Yep.
Somewhere I'll have a link either above or below. Definitely, if you can make it both trainings, do both trainings. It's unbelievable.
It is. The Hypnothoughts it's a different level, what goes on out there. And it's not just, what happens on the conference, is it? I mean, as well as I do, it's what happens in the evenings when we're all together down at the Alligator Bar or heading off down to Fremont Street or something like that, That's when the real fun begins.
I don't know if we can repeat all the stuff that happened.
No, some of that stuff needs to stay under the radar.
Exactly, but the problem with, what are these things called? I don't know where I put my phone. Yeah, the problem with these things, they document it all and it ends up on Facebook.
Yes. Well, it's like Mark Savard says in his show, doesn't he? He said, what happens in Vegas stays on YouTube.
Exactly. Oh, and Mark is going to be presenting there, isn't he?
The last time I heard, he said he was going to be presenting. And he's also, when I spoke to him, he was talking about doing a presentation on assistants, how to use the assistants on stage, and their role and what they should be doing, and how to get them orchestrated well into the show environment. So that would probably be quite an interesting presentation for a lot of the stage guys out there.
Oh yeah, he is a great entertainer.
Yeah, he really is. And I mean, he's been doing it a long time, and I think a little while ago he just did his 2000th show at Planet Hollywood. It is so polished, his show.
I've hopefully I'll be able to see it this year. I've seen a bunch of shows. That's one show I definitely want to watch. It's funny. I thought about let's say there's 3 major acts in Vegas now. There's Cools, Savard, and Kevin Lapine. Out of those 3, 2 of them are Canadian. Come on, folks.
Yeah. So something.
You got the Canadians coming over.
The other thing I'll be doing at the end of this year, I've been asked to present at the Canadian Hypnosis Conference in October, so I'll be up there. And I had an email from Joanne the other day from the Canadian Hypnosis Conference. They want me to do I'll be doing a pre-conference workshop on the TNT therapy there, and I'll be doing the stage show on the Saturday evening as well.
Brilliant.
Yeah, so.
Well, let's see.
I'm racking up some air miles this year.
Racking up some air miles. I'm like, sorry, I can't understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
I'll just blame it on a bad connection. I won't blame it on your unrefined English.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, I think we covered everything. So hypnosistrainingAmerica.com, HypnoThoughts Live. Oh, and HypnoThoughts Live is going to be, if I remember correctly, August 20th to the 23rd, I think.
Let me just check my phone. It's around there, yeah.
I'm almost positive the dates are right. It's getting close to 12:30 over here, so my brain's kind of not working as good as it does daytime.
Yeah, I think it's the 21st to the 23rd.
Okay. So either way, go to the website, hypnothoughtslive.com. Definitely register. There's going to be some stellar performances and education. And I cannot wait. I can't wait to catch up with you guys again.
Yes, it'll be awesome. We'll have some more fun this year.
And I think you'll have a beer ready for me at the pool bar, right?
Absolutely. Well, right after the mojitos.
The mojitos?
Mojitos.
The mojitos? Hey, it was great finally getting a chance to catch up with you. If you have any last words you want to say, just shoot them out.
No, I think we've pretty much covered everything. Thanks for having me on, Antonio.
Definitely, and thank you for putting up with this little craziness with Mr. Box Cutter deciding to cut my finger.
No worries.
Crazy world we live in.
Yeah. So as you're just about to go to bed in Hawaii, I'm just about to go out and start my day.
Have fun. I'll talk to you soon, man. Take care.
Take care, matey. Bye.